This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist, a platform curated to build models of excellence for the marketplace and the nation.
This January, the clock will reset, and so must you. This is not the year for playing small, not the year for waiting, not the year for excuses. It's the year to show up, level up, and take your place. Welcome to the Kickoff Summit and Concert 2026 with Dr. Abiola Salami, where high performers come to realign, where creatives come to reawaken, where leaders come to remember who they really are. It's not just a summit, it's your strategy for the year. It's not just a concert, it's your soul on fire. Business, leadership, innovation, mindset. It all begins here. In one unforgettable day of clarity, culture, and conviction. In 2026, you can't lead anywhere if you can't lead yourself first. This is your moment. This is your launch. This is your kickoff for 2026. Brace yourself. Kickoff Summit and Concert, Saturday, 17th of January, 2026. Visit www.kickoffsummit.com for more information.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Welcome to Season 3 of Performance Insights with Dr. Abiola Salami. Season 3. That's remarkable. I'm super excited. We had a great time Season 1, had a great time Season 2, and this is Season 3. This show is designed to build models of excellence in the marketplace. Whether you are a man or a woman, whether you are old or young, a professional or an entrepreneur, or you're in the public sector or the private sector, or in the military or paramilitary, or you're a politician, I believe you can be a model of excellence on your team, in your organization, in your industry, and in your community. As a model of excellence, you are expected to go above and beyond the call of duty every time to make a positive contribution to your organization and your community by constantly improving your skills, gaining relevant knowledge, and shaping your attitude. In this season of Performance Insights, we are doing something really special. I mean something really different. I'm talking about something really truly remarkable. I mean something really electric, because this season is dedicated to just one mission. And that mission is preparing you for the most explosive new year of your life. And the gateway to that transformation is the New Year Kickoff Summit. But before we step into the fire of the new year, let me first say a very big, heartfelt thank you for the Peak Performer Festival 2025. To all our faculty, to the participating organizations, to our sponsors, our partners, the honorees, the participants, and the distinguished members of the Peak Performer Africa community who made the Peak Performer Festival 2025 a phenomenal success. We deeply appreciate you. Thank you for standing with us. Thank you for investing in your people through us. Thank you for advancing the culture of peak performance across Africa together. From the Emerging Leaders Summit to the Women in Leadership Dinner to the CEO Forum and the Peak Performer Awards, the movement is growing. The tribe is expanding. The world is paying attention. And at the Peak Performer Festival 2025, we didn't just gather, we created history. We launched 4 high-impact performance tools. One of them was GRIT. GRIT says, grow, rise, innovate, and thrive against all odds. If you step into the new year without grit, you may enter battles with strength you haven't built and face opportunities you are not prepared to seize. So get your copy of Grit today. The other book that we launched is No More Shrinking. Now, if you don't read No More Shrinking as a woman, you may walk into the new year playing small in rooms designed for your brilliance. So make sure you get a copy of No More Shrinking today. By the way, both for Grit and No More Shrinking, don't just get for yourself, get for your team members, get for your friends, get for your loved ones, so that you're not the only one recording remarkable success in the new year, but you are recording remarkable success in your community. And the third tool that we unveiled is called Title, Title, Taming the Invisible Toll of Leadership Expectation. That is another book. Now, if you lead anywhere and you have not read Title, and you're not using the book Title as your guide, you risk carrying pressures into the new year that you cannot name and problems you cannot solve, because burnout is a reality. So for all the senior leaders out there, get a copy of Title for yourself. And of course, we unveiled the 4th edition of the Peak Performer magazine, the definitive leadership and performance compendium for African excellence. If you are not reading the Peak Performer magazine, your competitors will quietly outrun you with strategies you don't have. Now, speaking of powerful strategies, the last edition of the Kickoff Summit and Concert took this nation by storm. But in the next edition of the New Year Kickoff Summit, we are going bigger, we are going bolder, and we are going higher. The theme for the next edition is Unleash. Unleash. Now, Unleash is actually an acronym. It says unlock new levels of excellence and achieve spectacular heights. And trust me, you don't want to watch 2026 happen. You want to enter it with clarity as well as the right strategy and energy. So if you want you and your team to start the new year with clarity, purpose, and unstoppable momentum, if you want to set goals that actually shift your life and elevate your performance, if you want to connect with people who push you, who stretch you, and believe in your future, then the New Year Kickoff Summit is that transformative experience that lights the fire for your best year yet. This is where entrepreneurs recharge their vision, where professionals break limitations, where individuals just like you ignite their passion, they activate confidence, and they kickstart a year they will never ever forget. Imagine beginning your year not by accident, not by wishes, not by hopes, but by design. At the New Year Kickoff Summit, you don't just show up to listen, you come to craft. You come to connect, you come to commit. It is a full-on launch pad for your best year ever. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a professional, a team leader, or someone just hungry for personal growth, this summit is not an event. It is a launch pad. It is a catalyst. It is strategic ignition for anyone who refuses to drift into the new year casually. And let me tell you the things that make this New Year Kickoff Summit unmissable. One is that we'll have expert-led sessions from thought leaders delivering actionable strategies, not fluff. Most of them are members of the Peak Performer community. Two is practical interactive workshops where you set your vision and build a roadmap for the new year. Three is high impact networking with like-minded achievers who refuse to settle for mediocrity. And four is exclusive summit tools, a daily guide manual for the 365 days in the year. Listen to this. Every day of the year, we hand you a manual that will guide you every day of the year. Nothing gets better. You've never heard of this before anywhere. We'll give you a custom New Year planner, clarity frameworks to keep you aligned all year. Fellow champion, hear me clearly. If 2025 was your warm-up, then the Kickoff Summit 2026 is your main stage. So if you want 2026 to be the year you unleash new levels of excellence and achieve spectacular heights, the worst mistake you can make is not to be part of the New Year Kickoff Summit. This season on Performance Insights will give you a taste of what's coming, but the real transformation happens on that day at the New Year Kickoff Summit. So welcome and get ready, because 2026 doesn't wait. We're here to meet it head on, full throttle, and unashamed. Today, I will show you how to make 2026 your most strategic, most intentional, and most rewarding year yet. I'll also show you snippets from the last edition of the New Year Kickoff Summit. Stay with me. Let us ignite something extraordinary together.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
December is more than a calendar endpoint. It is a mirror reflecting the choices, decisions, compromises, courage, discipline, and emotional patterns that shaped your leadership identity throughout the year. This episode is titled Leadership Inventory: 5 strategies for assessing who you became in the year under review, because leaders who refuse honest evaluation repeat limitations, while leaders who confront truth create transformation. The first strategy is evaluate your decision quality. Reflect on whether your choices were driven by clarity or convenience, whether they are driven by fear or conviction, whether they are driven by growth or comfort. Every decision is evidence of your leadership maturity and internal governance. Strategy number 2, examine your emotional behavior. How did you respond under pressure? How did you respond when there was a disagreement? How did you respond when you were disappointed? How did you respond when you succeeded? Emotional control reveals leadership depth. Reaction signals immaturity, but regulation signals mastery. So, are you reacting or you are regulating? Strategy number 3 is assess your consistency. Were you dependable or unpredictable? Were you grounded or reactive? Were you disciplined or impulsive? Provide answers to those questions. Consistency determines trust and credibility within every environment you influenced. So, would you say this year you were consistent? Strategy number 4 is review how you treated people this year. Did your leadership expand others or did it shrink them? Did you empower people or you intimidated people? Respect reflects emotional intelligence and ethical strength. So, did you bully people this year? Was it emotional blackmail you used this year, or were you kind to people? Strategy number 5 is define your growth strategy. Did you stretch intentionally or you settle comfortably? Did you evolve courageously or you resist necessary change? Growth reveals your self-awareness, and it also reveals your leadership integrity. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. I want you to pay attention to it without any emotional cushioning. If you desire leadership clarity in the new year, the kickoff summit coming up this January is non-negotiable for you. This is your leadership realignment chamber, your accountability confrontation, and your strategic awakening. So you want to attend decisively. You want to show up ready, reject denial, embrace growth. This room, the kickoff summit, will either refine you or expose the excuses you have normalized. So my final reflection today, it demands courage from you. Who did you become this year? Ask yourself and provide answers to that using the strategies that we've shared today. Are you a leader who avoided truth or the one who embraced responsibility? Because growth starts where honesty begins. And this is Performance Insights. And today, your directive is bold. Take inventory, confront your areas of improvement, honor your progress, demand maturity from who? From yourself. Because leadership does not evolve through excuses or emotional avoidance. It evolves through truth ownership and strategic discipline. You cannot lead beyond the version of yourself you refuse to examine. Let these final days of the year become your line of demarcation between complacency and growth. Let it be the line between illusion and accountability. Let it be when you draw the line between stagnation and evolution. The Kickoff Summit stands as your confrontation interval, your growth demand, and your leadership calibration. If you claim seriousness about excellence in the new year, then demonstrate it by registering to attend the New Year Kickoff Summit. If you desire transformation, show it through this action. The new year will not reward leaders who drift, who deflect, or who delay. It will honor leaders who decide, leaders who are disciplined, and leaders who direct themselves intentionally. Perform this inventory without pity or pride. Observe clearly, evaluate fiercely, decide intentionally. You owe yourself growth, and your environment deserves a better leader than who you were in the last year. So refuse moral laziness, refuse emotional negligence, refuse silent incompetence. Your leadership identity must now rise above narrative and performative language. It must become evident. It must have action and execution. This moment is your mirror. Look carefully, adjust deliberately, commit completely. The future you want requires the discipline you avoid. Decide now who you would be, a leader or an illusion, a builder or just a dreamer. You cannot afford emotional comfort anymore. You must confront truth and rise through discipline. The Kickoff Summit is your performance declaration. Attend like someone who refuses to repeat mediocrity. Live like someone committed to behavioral excellence. Your leadership evolution begins with self-assessment and it ends with disciplined transformation. Stand in truth, walk in clarity, lead in courage, begin again with strength and unbreakable resolve now and forever towards sustained performance mastery and ethical leadership excellence that commands respect, earns trust, and secures lasting influence across every space that you occupy. Let your inventory become your roadmap, your truth, your instruction, and your commitment and your compass towards higher standards. Refuse nostalgia. Reject self-betrayal. Embrace accountability. Strengthen identity. Anchor your vision. Elevate your execution. You are not closing a year. You are closing a version of yourself. Ensure that the leader stepping into the new year is wiser, bolder, calmer, and more disciplined than the one who began this year. This is your final act of awareness and the first act of transformation. Do not waste it. Audit yourself with honesty, reset with courage, lead with conviction, and stand unapologetically prepared for the responsibility and the power and transformation that the new year brings to you. Remember, your story is still being written. The real question is, will you author the story with discipline, or will you author it with excuses? So choose deliberately. Choose growth. Choose clarity. Choose the kickoff summit, and let your leadership future begin with truth and courage that will birth unshakable performance. Visit www.kickoffsummits.com to register yourself and to register your team. Until I see you at the New Year Kickoff Summit, keep rocking your world like a champion.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Meet Sarah, the Chief Operating Officer of a fast-growing tech company. Her story isn't just inspiring. It's a roadmap for any organization striving for workplace inclusion. Despite the company's success, she faced a major challenge: an imbalanced workplace. Leadership was mostly male, and women in mid-management roles felt overlooked. The result? Low morale, limited innovation, and stalled growth. Determined to change this, Sarah sought executive coaching from Dr. Abiola Salami. Over the next 2 years, she implemented strategic, measurable actions that transformed her organization into an inclusive, high-performing workplace. Here's how Dr. Abiola Salami's coaching helped Sarah drive results. Sarah learned that true change starts from the top. With Dr. Salami's guidance, she introduced mandatory inclusion training for senior executives and established clear accountability metrics. Department heads tracked female representation and took intentional steps to mentor and promote women. Leadership commitment to diversity increased, and perceptions of fairness improved by 50%. Next, Dr. Salami helped Sarah introduce a sponsorship program where senior executives actively mentored high-potential women. Women were placed on high-impact projects and given visibility in executive meetings. Within 2 years, promotions for women increased by 45% and career growth opportunities became more equitable. To foster an environment where all employees felt valued, Sarah implemented a zero-tolerance harassment policy, confidential reporting channels, and bystander training. Trust in HR policies rose by 40% and employees felt more empowered to contribute. Dr. Salami's coaching emphasized that gender inclusion isn't just a women's issue. It requires male allies. Sarah's company launched a male allyship program, equipping executives with the tools to advocate for gender diversity. Today, 70% of male leaders actively sponsor female employees, leading to a 30% increase in women-led projects. What gets measured gets managed. Dr. Salami guided Sarah's company in launching annual diversity audits, tracking workforce balance, promotions, and employee satisfaction. Over time, gender equity steadily improved, and data-driven decisions shaped future policies. Sarah's journey demonstrates that workplace inclusion isn't a one-time initiative. It's a commitment to equity, accountability, and growth. Thanks to Dr. Abiola Salame's coaching, she built a thriving, innovative, and inclusive company. Are you a senior executive ready to drive transformational change in your organization? Dr. Abiola Salame's executive coaching can help you achieve measurable results. Take the first step toward building a more inclusive workplace today. Send us an email at hello@abiolachamp.com for a complete article on Sarah's transformation journey and other success stories of Dr. Abiola Salame's executive coaching. Visit www.tppafrica.com.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
At the last edition of the Kickoff Summit, we were guided by a voice that carried insight, depth, and a rare understanding of the human mind. His session didn't just inspire the summit, it elevated it. Coach Lanre Olushola is Africa's premier catalyst for transformation, a renowned life, mindset, and performance coach whose work spans continents and industries. With decades of experience in human engineering, emotional mastery, behavioral reprogramming, and peak performance psychology, he has coached executives, creatives, entrepreneurs, governments, and global institutions into clarity, purpose, and action. Though he needs no title to validate his influence, but his impact on personal transformation, leadership development, and mental excellence continues to shape thousands of lives across Africa and the diaspora. His message at the last Kickoff Summit challenged us to think deeply, align intentionally, and elevate our inner life so our outer results can rise to match our potential. And today, as we revisit the best moments from the last edition of the Kickoff Summit, we are proud to spotlight Coach Lanre Olushola's remarkable contribution once again. Fellow champions, please join me as we relive the transformational session delivered by the distinguished Coach Lanre Olushola.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
In your own words, who is a peak performer?
So when we talk about a peak performer, that's a peak performer right there. For every peak performer, there is no definition of success. Success is not a destination. Success is a journey. For every peak performer, every achievement becomes the standard. However, he breaks that standard with every other achievement. So for a peak performer, he's on a journey succeeding. There is no destination. So for him, the true definition of peak performance is growth, not meeting goals. A peak performer is someone who has what I call game excellence. He doesn't try to play an excellent game. A peak performer is one who ensures that every time he steps out, he's the best version of himself.
Yes.
He is not trying to do the best, but he is showing up as the best. A peak performer is not someone that aspires to have the best. It's not someone that aspires to do the best. He's someone that lives his life as the best version of himself. He lives in the now, not in the past, neither does he live in the future. So that every time he shows up now, it's a new him that shows up. He knows of a certainty that because he was able to achieve a record of doing 100 meters in 9 seconds, it means he has the capacity to do it in 8.9 seconds the next time. So the big question is this, right? What is the mindset of a peak performer? He has a growth mindset. I yield the mic.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
What kind of mindset do you think we require to cultivate for us to grow wealth and manage wealth? I mean, there are a lot of career professionals and entrepreneurs in this room who are striving and working hard. But what mindset do we need, to grow it and sustain it?
So I spoke about a growth mindset. Let me try and elaborate on what a growth mindset is. A growth mindset is elastic. A growth mindset is infinite. It means that there are no limits. It means that everything is possible. It means that you can do all things that you set your mind to do. It means that you don't have a lack or a scarcity mindset. It means that you are constantly stepping out of your comfort zone to find purpose, to live purposefully, and to ensure that you add great value to humanity. And that mindset is very innovative because that mindset is dynamic in the way that it thinks, is flexible in the way that it thinks, and knows that there's a better way, there's a cheaper way, there's a faster way to deliver service. So that mindset doesn't rest on its oars. That mindset is constantly thinking about how to serve people better, how to solve problems better. And that kind of a mindset only lives to solve problems. Now, let me get you to understand that the only way to create wealth, the only way to sustain wealth is to find a problem and solve it. That's how you sustain wealth. Now, that person with a growth mindset now begins to think, apart from solving these problems that I have an expertise in solving, how else can I add value to humanity? So he goes into philanthropy, where he gives almost everything that he makes. Because for him or her, it's not about accumulating. It is not about accumulating wealth. It is about creating a legacy. He knows that he will never take that money out of this earth. The only way that his name would ever be remembered is the legacy that he leaves behind. He knows that tomorrow, if he's worth $250 million, there will be somebody else that will be worth $300 million. So he knows that it's not about money. He didn't bring money to this world. He's never going to take money out of this world. But he came into this world to impact lives and transform destinies. That is the mindset that we're talking about.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Now, final question. Do you relax?
Well, honestly, I don't work. Did you hear me? Honestly, I don't work. I live purpose. What I do is what I am created to do. I've found my purpose, and I'm living it every day. So I don't work. So So my work is fun. I love it. I rest. I sleep 6 hours, 7 hours a day, but I work like, when you see me, you will know that, man, I am giving it everything. I rest, I sleep, meditate, averagely 90 minutes a day. I exercise, averagely 90 minutes a day, 6 days a week. Prof, I dey watch film. I dey watch film series, and unlike Dr. Akprogo, I take notes.
When you're watching.
When I'm watching movies. Me, I know they criticize. I dey take notes. Because movies tell me about people. And I'm in the business of people. Movies tells me about people's behaviors, and I'm in the business of behavioral change. Movies reveal mindsets of people, and that is my expertise, changing mindsets. So when I sit in front of the TV, nothing else exists. You know, I'm lost in it, and my phone notes, I'm taking notes. And, I eat well. It's very, very important that you don't overeat. Hello? I bought this shaki promo. You have to do everything you do in moderation. Yeah. In the last 3 years, my favorite movie, my favorite song is MMS. Oye Olorun. Gbogbo nkan Oye Olorun. Asake Wizkid. That song is deep. Very, very deep. That's in the last 3 years, that's been my song.
Fantastic.
See, this life thing, it's all about understanding, bro. You gotta understand what you're doing. You need a direction, bro.
Can we start? It's a song. Thank you.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
Cheers. I think the Champ brand is a brand associated with excellence. I like the fact that they know how to support talent, excellence and dignity, in the different industries, and they know how to reward them well.
Dr. Abiola Salami, of course.
From Dr. Larry Olusola, from Professor Obadare, from Apropos Doctor, from Mrs. Kafila Taraoye, all those insights that people are spirited, people are fired up to make 2025 their best year yet.
He has been able to put me through some of the steps that I can take to be able to achieve the career growth that I want to.
The key things I'm taking away from this today is the definition of who a peak performer really is, and for you to be a peak performer, you need to consistently do great work.
Summit has actually helped me to be more focused, to be more strategic in planning my goal.
I have attended so many events by Abiola Salami, and there's always something new to learn. Everything I've learned from Kickoff Summit today, I'm going to apply it to my job and my business.
What I learned is like communication, networking is the most important thing.
I'm here to do the networking, and it will help me to grow more and more.
Dr. Abiola Salami has been very inspirational in his approach to coaching and motivating of people all over Africa and the world.
He has inspired a lot of youth to reach their peak and get more from their goals.
AMP has been a very great organization. I like what they do in bringing people together and also ensuring that everyone is determined to achieve their set goals.
Fantastic. It's making me realize that to be a peak performer, it's a process.
Kickoff Summit in one word.
Kickoff Summit is awesome.
Kickoff Summit has been wonderful.
The word I'm taking home to kick off my 2025 is integrity.
A culture of peak performance in every organization on this continent.
Join us at the 2026 New Year Kickoff Summit on the 17th of January 2026. Visit www.kickoffsummit.com to register.
Go. Confession time.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
In this season, remember that your next level is not waiting for the new year. It is waiting for your decision. The insights you've heard today and the reflections we revisited from last year's Kickoff Summit are not just information. They are invitations to step forward, to rise higher and prepare yourself intentionally for the year you truly want. And that is exactly why the New Year Kickoff Summit exists. It is the moment where you stop hoping for a great year and start designing one. It is the platform that helps you unleash clarity, unleash courage, and unleash the excellence within you. So, as we conclude today's episode, choose to be intentional, choose to be strategic, choose with purpose, and choose with power in the new year. Because champions don't wait for the new year to define them, they define the new year before it arrives. If you are ready to start the new year with clarity, strategy, and unstoppable momentum, visit www.kickoffsummit.com to register for the New Year Kickoff Summit. You can also email us at team@tppafrica.com or call us on 090-9123-4567 to reserve your seat. Thank you for joining me on this journey. This is Performance Insights with Dr. Abiola Salami, where we build models of excellence across Africa and beyond. Until the next time, stay inspired, stay intentional, stay unleashed, and remember, your peak is calling. Answer boldly. See you at the top and see you at the New Year Kickoff Summit. Until the next time, keep rocking your world like a champion.
Thank you for joining Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, a platform curated to build models of excellence for the marketplace and the nation. To watch the full video on today's topic, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and also watch more videos to boost your performance. Just type Dr. Abiola Salami on YouTube. Also, follow us at Abiola Champ on all social media platforms and Dr. Abiola Salami on LinkedIn. The magic of emotional intelligence is available as a virtual course. Visit www.tppafrica.com/academy to sign up. You can book Dr. Abiola Salami to facilitate at your next board meeting, management retreat, or monthly performance review. Simply call 0702-666-8008 or email us on hello@abiolachamp.com.
Join me same time next week as we explore more lessons from my book, The Magic of Emotional Intelligence.
This is Performance Insight with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.